Well, high energy. Time to pull from alignment and see what's going on within the energy. Today is Saturn, so we are definitely dealing with a turning energy. Just naturally changes. Um, so I'm looking forward to see what's all going on with that aspect. And I personally feel the need to be of service, which is a very intriguing aspect 'cause I naturally am. I do a lot of service for myself by just reflecting on myself, and myself reflects in others. This aspect feel a little different, so I'm pulling from the energy, even if it's for the eternal side, just getting messages through that they need. That's going to help us all evolve. I'm looking forward to that. Trying to think if there's anything else that's like highlighted on the top of the agenda, but I honestly don't think it is. Rhythm and soul tarot is catching my attention a lot, and that definitely goes back to my normal behavior, which is self reflection that reflects in others. It's just a natural, it's like a magnetic aspect, It's all about for me where your focus is at. But even with me saying that, sounds funny because it's like my focus is on myself. And with my focus being on myself, it reflects in others, if that makes sense, where they or can resonate with it, you know. Always be an intricate energy for me, honestly. But I actually want to start with the 12 universal laws first to see what's going on. And it's actually raining today, so I'm all up in my territory for sure. Um, if you're aware, because you've been keeping up, then you have heard me say multiple times since last year, since I found out. Because I'm a person who naturally gravitates to water, honestly. I would say I never, I feel like my book just is about to move. Intriguing. I'm a little nervous. Spirit quit touching stuff. I'm just joking a little bit. That's what you want. But, geez, Louisa, my book just moved. Intriguing. Uh, okay, Spirit, do you want to play? Got it. Anywho, I don't want to get distracted, honestly. But that's probably another energy Spirit is dealing with me with, even in this aspect. Which I just wonder what energy that is, honestly, at the moment. I'm sure will definitely enlighten me with who, as into who is. But an aspect about myself is I'm normally always so serious. But for me, I don't feel like I'm just like a always so serious person, even though I am, because I always got to handle business. There's not really too much to play about metaphorically. Definitely when there's always so much confusion going on, things like that, a lot of healing and pain and things like that. A lot of healing, so nothing really be too funny or just, I don't know, to me. So I normally sometime find myself being like, geez, it'd be nice to like loosen up metaphorically, but that's one of my situations that I'm healing with, and I know I will evolve into be able to do that eventually once I'm healed completely. Um, not, I don't know. Maybe I won't ever be. No, keep rocking with what I'm saying now. Keep rocking with what I'm gonna say. Because I was gonna say maybe I won't be healed this lifetime, but I'm pretty sure I definitely will. I feel like I'm already there, but daily I learn. I still got some healing to do. I still got some work to do, So I feel like it's something I was about to say, but I kind of forgot doing that little backtracking aspect, stopping on what I'm saying. Because it's like, I know I will be healed. And then, I'll evolve into all that other, about something else I really wanted to say, and I can't think about what it was at the moment. So intriguing. Oh, how about being serious? Being able to lay back. Oh, each time I do, for a person like me, it's hard to be vulnerable sometimes. Even though I swear I'm like the most vulnerableest person, that's the part that makes me come off so serious, if you ask me personally, which is like, it's not serious, it's just authentic, honest behavior, but it's the vulnerability part. And some people play on that part, that's the intriguing part about me, where it's like, I don't think I should stop what I'm doing because I know there's nothing wrong that I'm doing. And then when I do let guard down, it's always a stabbing in the back. And it just be like, well, ma'am, you knew better. It's just that giving people chances, not being judgmental behavior sometimes. Yeah, backwards too, because you know better. And that's the, even with me saying that, that's the aspect that made me want to stop from the jump and correct myself. I said, I know I will be healed. I know this will not be always the energy that I draw in because I'm healed. When you're unhealed, you still draw in the same energies. But Spirit already told me about that, as into it's not a good time to date, I'm still healing, I have to heal. But it's not like I'm a crazy, messed up person. It's just even examples that I gave, as into knowing that it's okay to be my authentic self. You are healing. You are evolving. You are not so serious. You just accurate, ma'am. You are authentic. There's nothing wrong with that, other than feeling like I need to heal from being so serious. That's probably why I keep repeating those lessons, because you having a hard time within the self category. You're good to go, ma'am. You are enough. You have to learn that lesson, even if you keep repeating it. You're not the problem. The love actually got my attention. I love it, but we're gonna keep shuffling until some come out. The universal law standing out to die. I feel like it's a bright one, honestly. It could be like the law of compensation, honestly, because it's Saturn. But it could be polarity, if you ask me, which that's in the dark though. But it is hella strong. We're gonna see. Which I've been shuffling for a minute. I feel like, and still nothing came out. I feel like Spirit is giving me a freestyle. The law of vibration. Your mind. Where's your focus? The law of action, which caught my attention. That's funny. That's really funny. For me today, personally, I woke up early. I woke up in the 4 o'clock hour. And I was like, I'm already connected with my roots, honestly, which is probably why I showed up in this color today. Um, and I just was receiving so much, a lot of analyzing on things that I just been through, honestly. Um, but it was something that was brought to my attention a while ago. You ever go through something and you think you can just move forward, as much as you want to, but you keep, like, I wouldn't say dwelling, because dwelling sounds bad, but you keep analyzing on what you just went through. I'm in one of those situations right now, and it's enlightening, because it's like, once again, as I keep saying, like I've been saying like 59 times since I started translating this energy, this is a healing energy, which, as I was saying before, I text myself, Spirit brought to my attention, you need time to analyze your emotions. I think that's what I'm doing right now. I'm analyzing my emotions. And honestly, I feel like I'm in a battle with myself, because like, I don't feel like doing that. I'm good. But, something is important about that, and maybe it's an aspect of be sure, It's just, I feel like I'm in a battle with myself. It's not in a bad way. I appreciate all my lessons. I've come to a level of myself where I don't ever complain about my lessons, because they always be great when I finally understand it was a lesson. They be hell of great. In the moment, sometimes it be like, oh, Jesus, come get me. Oh, Jesus, come get me. This is photo days. But with the law of vibration is followed by the law of action. And this the one I felt. The law of compensation. Jesus, come get. That's funny too. That's really fucking funny to me. Gang in the building. But yesterday, I got a nice balance. Sometimes I listen to like music that people will say is turn up music, but I listen to all messages that resonate with me. I like messages. I like messages that resonate with me, because I know it's nothing but communication. It's it enters. I don't ever listen to nothing for no reason. I want to say for the most part. Sometimes I just want to hear music, but I doubt if I ever listen to anything for no reason. Just like I don't watch TV for no reason. I don't be on social media for no reason. There's always I'm tuning in for a reason. But I listened to gospel yesterday, like our praise worshiper aspects, which that's whole intriguing to say because everybody is that to me metaphorically. It's the same way I'd be like, I ain't got no enemies. Everybody's doing their part for a certain time. It's just I ain't got no enemies. That's so weird to me, that concept. Like, but I want to say the holy rollers. Those aspects. I listened to those yesterday, and it felt so good. It felt like an aspect of coming back to the Father, even though I never separated from the Father. My spiritual guidance. And that seemed like it was one of the problems that I just went through in the lesson that I listened to. I always choose my faith, my spirituality, my belief over anything else. And I always come off like a problem. But with a lot of action and a lot of conversation, no worries, come on back. It's an intriguing energy of, I feel like I had experiences before when I was younger. Leaving from home and then going to date somebody and then wanting to go back home. You know, that aspect was intriguing because I wasn't able to come back home. Honestly, my experience, I wasn't able to go back to my mom. It was intriguing, but it's the aspect of needing to go back. I need to go home. And it's okay. You're welcome back. I had a great time. I won't say by myself. I had guidance with me, but I had a great time. It felt so good, honestly. It's just always intriguing when I come off like I'm solo. That's the intriguing part of energy. I never seem like I can do this with a physical body. That's the intriguing part that always drives me crazy sometimes. But we keep going. The law of action, the law of compensation, something's returning, because cause and effect. That's so funny. Rhythm is on it. There's a cause and effect. Something happened. That's the turn. You have to go back or something. There's healing that's needed. The law of rhythm is in reverse. Why are you in reverse, darling? And it's in green base. It's backtracking energy, but it's still in alignment. I got that Adele song in my head, but I'm trying to think of a way to explain it because that's like a kind of an example of it. When it's that song, I find somebody like you. Never mind, I find someone like you. You're in the wrong placement, but you're learning the same lesson that you need to move forward, if that makes sense. So why you reverse, darling? You, I don't know, did I translate this energy or I'm trying to think if I was just having an outburst to myself or if I actually like recorded this and was talking about, because this is a judgmental, not judgmental. Something about that is important, but a judgment day energy of alignment. Like I feel like I just went through it. It's like how they say if Jesus comes to your door, I don't know. I can't think of that saying, but it's something about Jesus Christ. Hold on, give me a minute. I got so much going on in my brain. I'm receiving a lot right now. It's hell of intriguing. It's like a lot of angles right now. I'm just like, give me a minute. Let me think about even how I want to explain right now to give another example as to it. Feel like a kid. Like you got multiple kids And one kid coming and talking to you, and the other one coming to talk to you, thinking about how to respond back to this one, but this one is over here asking the question. It's like, oh my Jesus, hold on. Just hold on a minute. I'm trying to think of a way to explain this first question. I'm having one of those type of situations right now. This law of rhythm in reverse. Probably go even with that example I was saying. But this is definitely in the past. Judgment. That's what I was talking about. Judgment. Did you learn lessons? If you didn't, you're backtracking. It's like being in school. You didn't pass that grade, you're going to repeat it. But you learned in the lesson to move forward. So it's going to be the same type of experiences for the most part. You're learning for moving forward. The law of perpetual transferring of energy is happening, and it's a strength aspect. What is that about? The law of attraction. That's great. This energy. I thought about this yesterday. I spent yesterday soaking in this up. I had a little spa time. My favorite time. It just take me back to the womb aspect. It's something about water that is a unity aspect for me. I can connect very well. I haven't finished saying that. As to if you've been, keeping up with me or, pretty much just keeping up with me, you enjoy me. I always say, oh, yeah, I surely did not finish explaining that. No, I didn't. Since last year, I learned my birth chart concept. I'm a person, as I was saying, who naturally gravitate to water a lot. Like I spend a lot of time in water. Like some people say that's an unusual amount of time in water that you spend. I understand now. But I had to learn my birth chart to understand why I do what I do. My first house is in Scorpio, which is water based, and my fourth house is in water based, which is Pisces energy, and my 12th house is in Scorpio, which is water based. And my 12th house is my census, which is a unity aspect. My fourth house is my family, it's my home and family. I can connect, it's a unity aspect. My first house is me, which is all the above of what I just explained. That's the intriguing part of I spend so much time with my family. If I can't get to you that way, there's other ways. And then water is one of my ways, honestly, in how I connect from a distance. But that's a law of attraction for that aspect. But just part of it. This energy is a little different, honestly, with the way I'm feeling it. It's having more than one baby mama. It's a transferring of energy. That one is deep. Because having a baby with somebody is like marriage, honestly. Aspect of what I always say, don't plan it and choose wisely and things like that. Because y'all really do create y'all in some form, whether it's the mother or the father, or you created generations before. Like your child may display your mom or your dad or your grandma. Like you act nothing like me, you act just like your grandma, or you act just like your auntie or something. You created something that is connected to you. It's really important. However to go, it's a big ass lesson. It's just different structures, different aspects, but it's all in the same category of that. But something about this energy is a starting over aspect. If I want to say the same thing, because I feel like that could be judgment energy, honestly. What did you learn from however, I don't know, baby mamas that people got nowadays. Some got a lot, some only got one. But this is a multiple aspect of one. This is not just one. This is you start building the structure. You're building a house. That's the importance and significance about this. You're building a house, then you hop over. You don't finish this house. This house ain't finished. Then you hop over. You start building another house. And there's something about that energy that is really important, which I'm pretty sure we get more clarity in the mix. It's not all coming through. It honestly feel chaotic to me, honestly, and staticky. Probably because if you're not a good juggler, you're just not a good juggler. Because this, I can't really explain it. Because it's just how I was talking about. I feel like I'm trying to think in this way, but this way won't. It's one of those energies. Which for me, that's an intriguing energy because it makes me have to go back and question something I was seeking. Which for me, I wonder where's that quote at? I kind of think it's in this phone. There was a Bruce Lee quote that I found. I thought it was so cute, but it said, "Authentic behavior always win. Don't go out looking for a. Do not go out looking for a. I can't remember the word to use. Oh my Jesus! A successful personality and duplicate it. I believe I said that right, but." As into polygamy, it's something that I had started seeking, honestly. So I thought it was beautiful, a community base for me. But each time I'm open to it, it gets a stabbing in the back. Like, this ain't working. There's always some conniving behavior in it. It's not honest, full around like a community, you know. To an extent, you're supposed to treat each of your aspects like family. Like it's kind of come off like an incest aspect, which some people open with that. But some people say, oh, ew, nasty. It's just, that's how you have to treat it. You can be honest and direct with each individual. You don't got to be sneaking around with this one and manipulating this one. Everybody know what time it is. Everybody doing a fucking part like an actual family structure. You get to create it yourself. You're creating your own family other than you're in a family that you didn't get to choose and doing it however that go. For me, that's the way I was looking at it, but each time it don't go that way. I always come off like cheating because they don't be knowing what the fuck is going on. I don't know what's going on until later on. It's just like, my God, we could have been all kumbaya together. Everybody doing their fucking part. Everybody getting the love, support, and guidance that they need because you're always better when you have more, if that makes sense. But nowadays, I'm just like, maybe that's one of the problems. Maybe I am not working off a authentic behavior. Maybe I am trying to duplicate something that was not really what I thought it was, if that makes sense. Like, because people ain't honest in their relationships. Like, you thinking that they all happy, but they're not really happy. Because that's the way each time I go through it, it comes off, oh, ain't nobody, y'all ain't happy in this. You can't be honest. You're scared that if you be honest and say, I want more, you're going to lose the other one. Or if they all do know about each other, there's still insecurities. It's almost like I'm doing it just to make my partner happy, but I'm not happy. It's like, that's not cutting it for me. That's not cutting it for, that's not going to work. I'm here to support. I'm sister. I'm your lover. I'm your best fucking friend. I'm not a fucking competition. I'm just using me as an example. If I'm with somebody, when I join that type of situation and they feeling like I'm only dealing with you because my partner like you, that's a problem. You're supposed to love me too. But maybe I am just meant to be plural. Find your partner, have a child. You grow with your family in just that form. Uno, dos, tres. Not whatever the fuck I've been attempting to do. It's like a Pandora box metaphor. If you open that box, don't be upset if you eventually feel like you're getting cheated on, or feel all those aspects, which I feel like I could never feel that way metaphorically. It's just, as I said, maybe I could be duplicating something that I thought was something that's perfect or could be perfect because maybe I seen it, but it's like, well, if you could be authentic, and it'll work out, It just ain't meant to be that way. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's for me. Still healing, still working, yo. It's just, I know I'm meant to be in a community base, or at least serve, just like I'm doing now, It's just, you live and you learn. I'm still learning myself. I say it all the time. I learn daily, It's just, I'm going to keep moving forward. The law of attraction. It was, hold on, I'm getting lost a little bit. Give me a second. I go back and see what was last. The law of perpetual transfer of energy. Ah, geez, is that part of that energy too? Different house hopping. Carrying energy over to the other aspect. That could be the energy, honestly. That could be the energy. I'll find somebody like you. You're taking back that other person's energy. Well, they will start reflecting them in an extent. But that could be beautiful for me. I'm learning, like, figure out how to explain that. But something about that is really, really important, honestly. I feel like that's all connected together. It's some form of a way. If you, it's like for me, I don't have sex with my past. Metaphorically, like, I don't have sex. I said metaphorically, I don't. It's just, I was thinking about like people I just dated. I don't do that. But some people, they have passes or baby dads or baby mamas, and they still deal with them like sexually, even though they have moved forward. And I think that's the main thing. It's not even like just somebody you dated. This is specifically feels like baby mama or baby daddy type of an energy. And you're backtracking in it and you're forward moving in it. If that makes sense. That's what it feels like. Kind of hard to explain, honestly. It's drainful and very fucking just all over the place, honestly. But that's still a perpetual transferring of energy for sure, which I understand it, as I said before, because that feels like community based to me. Almost some cult energy when you transfer of energies. You naturally become one. You move in sync with each other like goddamn birds. You see birds in the sky, they all doing their little pattern forms. They all in sync with each other. That's beautiful to me. But when some people moving in harmony with each other and they don't realize they moving in harmony with each other because they don't know what the fuck they connected to because there's some unhonest behavior happening, that's where it's just like, oh my Jesus. But it goes with the law of attraction for sure. And the law of divine oneness. And the law of energy, which this is a strong one. This is one I felt like I'm dealing with, or it was the law of compensation. Um, this is nothing but energy all day in the dark. You naturally will reflect you in harmony with each other. It's a family structure. The law of correspondence, how you respond and you need to respond to the law of relativity and the law of gender. Look at that one more time. The law of gender, the law of relativity, the law of correspondence. And those are both blue. You're not talking to your structure, but you are energetically. That's the relativity part. And gender is important. So it's either a female or a guy. That is not being clear to me as to who it is at the moment. But however that go. It's double communication, throat chakra. Then it's a red base, the law of gender. You're not talking to somebody in your structure, even though you're in oneness. That's why it's just like you are energetically, but you're not actually projecting it out metaphorically. That's always the intriguing part. What house is standing out to die? What house is stunning? I see Taurus. Taurus looking at me. Hi, darling. Hi, self. Hi, darling. Third house, communication. And Portal. I feel like who is that? Michael Jackson song when he was like, No message could have been any clearer. Communication is coming through a portal, airwavely. And this is distance communication. And it's the mother. Speaking of baby moms, that's the intriguing part. Definitely when you spiritual. Me, I'm a spiritual individual for sure. As I explained already, I can communicate even by using water. I can actually project it out my mouth. I can just have outbursts to my family and it will reach them. Like there's a lot of ways I can communicate other than calling you on the phone or texting you. You can watch me on TV. You can read me out a book. You can understand me through numbers. There's a lot colors. There's a lot of ways. The sky, birds, definitely birds. Water, it's a lot of ways to recognize I'm getting your attention. I'm trying to just like I feel like I teach the eternal side very well. Even though I'm physically here, I teach like I'm already on the eternal side and how to get my attention or how the eternal side even tries to get your attention. Because that's really how I operate. And that's really how I receive information. That's the intriguing part of energy. A lot of people don't understand that about me. That's something I've learned. They expect for this type of energy, the flesh stopped. That's the heaven aspect of energy. Even though when they get the heaven aspect, here on earth, it's like, oh no, because they don't expect it. But they do. They know of it and everything. Heaven here on earth. What does that mean? What does that mean? But we all still got work to do. It's just you would think by now we would have it all just in harmony with each other, even though we are. It just would be not no fucking questionable type of behavior, but Jesus. See, this is the behavior. I'm doing it now. This is what I mean when I say so serious. Some people say, "Oh my God, be understanding." I have been. You best to believe I have been throughout this translation. You know, but for me, it's just like, geez, could I be a little bit more gentle? For what? For what? By now, you know, it's just like this is ridiculous. There's too many generations of the same repeating cycle of an obvious and just out there. Just how I just gave a simple example is heaven here on earth. You're giving them what they be seeking. And that's believer concepts, honestly. Like a lot of believers, they see people having outbursts outside talking to the goddamn air, or they even hear about like a mental health problem. They'd be the first ones to become very fucking judgmental. Even though they go off in some fucking corner and get to praying. Who you talking to? Why are you giving money to somebody that you don't even see? Giving offering. Who are you giving it to? Jesus don't even need all that metaphorically. They don't work off none of that. They all energy, but you just giving offerings and stuff and then get mad when the pastor is on flash mode. But I ain't about to go there, Jesus. That's not what I'm going to do because it's just, I have to. I have to. That's probably what they say. I have to. No, Jesus. My mind is driven. My mind feel like it is want to hop out and give ass whoopings. Like take the belt and just go, kush, kush, But not to hurt you. Not to hurt you. That's the intriguing part. You won't have no whelps or nothing on you. It's an example I expressed before when it came to my mom when I did a behavior like that, honestly, because she was lacking in her faith. And my mom, I think of her as a TV. If I'm a TV concept, I thought she was. Maybe it's my daddy's side who's the TV. My mom ain't a TV metaphorically or a phone because she didn't go back clear. You have an old TV because she's an older woman. I thought if I popped her ass, the station would come back clear, but it never came back clear. It stayed staticky. honestly. Just for simple fact of honestly, metaphorically, directly. She was offended that I disciplined her. She couldn't believe it, but it's like as the years, many years that I took of you disciplining me because you felt like you had my best interest, I had your best interest. I realized you needed a popping, and I was just trying to pop you like a TV. Station comeback cleared. I like this one. Popped her ass. I smacked my mom. That's what I meant by pop. I smacked her real quick. I levitated to her ass and I nicely smacked her because she got to telling me that the Quran was only for certain people. And that's the way I started my belief journey, honestly, was reading out the Quran. And, seeking wisdom, and it's just like, that's for certain people. Oh, hell no. Levitate till you pop you. You tripping. Wisdom is for everybody. Knowledge is for everybody. Fuck around with you. But some people thought that was out of line. It's something that I actually had to work on and evaluate myself. It's like they always say, respect your mother and your mother and dad. The physical parents, sometimes the ones you grow up with, don't always have your best interests. It's just what it is. And that's why I spoke of even building your own structure in that way. I had to go and find guidance that came off like mommy and daddy myself, which mommy Joyce Meyer, and daddy was Tony Robertson. Those were my spirit guides of support on my journey for the most part, honestly. Um, and no, I don't know everything about their whole lives, what they do outside the camera and what they share, I'd be like, oh my God, why did you choose these ones? What they projected, I always was going through. I could understand it. Definitely Joyce, she even went through some stuff that she was vulnerable about that was just painful. I have been through some real vulnerable painful stuff that was vulnerable to have to speak on, but lots of people go through it. But the intriguing part is people think that it don't be happening. And that's what I mean when it's so obvious and it repeats generationally over and over again. But it's like, that's not happening. That's not true. People don't have incest. People don't be getting raped. You know, what? It happens all the time. And sometimes it be intriguing when the victim fucking forget their past. Like it don't ever fucking happen. But sometimes that can cause trauma aspects where it's like you're too fucking clingy because you had a trauma. But let me see what zodiac is standing out today. Virgo, first responding energy. How lovely. And its ruling planet, Mercury. Not one to wait for anything. Virgo takes action first out of all 12 signs. Definitely comes off as misunderstood. You're ruled by higher motives, purity of purpose, and would never cheat or act in a way that would betray your higher intentions. Practical and organized. Virgo is always doing and moving toward a well defined goal, so much that the individuals around you systematically take action toward it as well. This is a here and after energy or an infinite energy. I believe the day is the 18th too. Is the day the 18th? It is. I noticed it earlier when I was sharing on social media before I started translating. There's just so many ways I can translate, honestly. Um, but I actually want to pull from the cards. But it spoke of moving at the speed of light and using the chakras, spiritual, how spirit is operating right now to heal the mind and heart. And I looked at the image that I shared because I repeated that work that I've done. This is some work that I did before. Like once again, repeated of energy because there's always aspects of that need healed. But in the middle of the person's face was the infinity symbol, and I thought like, oh my God, it is the eighth. That's a here and after energy. It's eternal. Um, and then with the one, it goes back to self. Self is eternal. This is something that's going to keep repeating over and over and over. And sometimes that can come off as scary. Definitely for a person like me who keep going through the same lessons over and over again. It's just like, where's the light at the end of the tunnel? But for me, it's just like I'm still doing evaluation as into, am I trying to duplicate, what was the freaking word I used? What word do I think should be there? Duplicate somebody else's dream metaphorically. It's their reality. It's what they're doing. Because I always feel better for the most part when I'm by myself and serving, if that makes sense. I like being around people. I want to be around people. It's just, honestly, people letdowns is very drainful to me. I gotta go and heal and reevaluate. It's like, it's a lot, honestly. But eventually I'm gonna get a pet. Honestly, I'm having me a dog. We'll say a cat. I think I really want a dog because I already spoke that into existence. Like I have communications with my dog already. His name Friendship because he's gonna be my friend. We're great. It's just an actual physical person right now. Because like what the difference is, it's actually funny because somebody brought something to my attention. What time is it actually? Somebody brought something to my attention today. No, not today. I'm already thinking about work. How intriguing because this happened at work. I believe somebody was using the EBT card. They were using the EBT card, and they thought that they could pay for dog food with their EBT card, and I guess obviously they couldn't. And he was like, "So dog food ain't food?" And I had to think, 'cause it's like shit. It says food. People treat their goddamn pets like kids, so I would say, yeah, it's food. But it really was something that made me think, and even what I'm talking about now, it's just like your pet is a spirit, it is a soul, just like your child. It's just in a different form. So it's like one of the same, metaphorically, honestly. That's why sometimes I have contradicting behavior, or it seems like it's like to me that's the same aspect. Some people say a dog is nothing like a child. Yeah, it is. Or a lover or something like that. Yeah, it is. That's the intriguing part when it comes to lovers. It's like you thinking about a pet. It's like you can't have sex with your pet. You don't have to have sex with your partner either. You don't have to. I learned that lesson in a different form of a way. I wound up finding myself becoming attracted to a female. And it wasn't like I seen her in a girly form. I seen her in a very strong masculine energy, if that makes sense. And I was so attracted to it, but I still, at the end of the day, knew it was a girl. I know it was a girl, so it came off like some gay energy. But it actually turned out I was seeing her eternal guidance. A person like me recognized things like that. And it took me to come off like I was being gay, but I was seeing her guidance. It was meant for us to communicate just because of that, for me to tell her that her spouse is with her. He's reflecting in you. Like literally, like he's already in you, obviously. That's how eternal guidance operate, but he's reflecting on the outside of you. Which means I actually was attracted to a partner, honestly. That's the extra intriguing part. But not in a disrespectful way. I'm not one of those ones who mess with my friends, lovers. I'm very respectful in that category. And even the way I handled it was very lovely, honestly. It's just, I'm telling you how I really was feeling and what was happening, honestly. But she actually wound up praying, and I heard her prayer, and I started praying. And later on, I asked her, what did she pray about? Like, we actually wrote notes back and forth to each other because I was actually a little nervous about talking to her, honestly. So I wrote a note and I asked her, like, what did you pray about? And then I went to her little bump because, in jail you got those little bump beds or whatever. And this is when I was in the honors room. That's an important aspect of this energy because that is some honor shit for sure. It's intriguing how life goes because during that moment, I was wondering, like, what am I doing in the honors room? I don't like it in the honors room. The honor room, it feels like I'm in jail, metaphorically. I ain't gonna lie. They wanted me to clean and shit. I gotta get up and clean. I was like, hell no. I'm in the honors room. Why are people in here cleaning for me? I'm already out serving their asses food. That's the part I was looking forward to, honestly, is being able to be a little active. That'd be great. But the whole time I was in there, I never got to do it. But I did read books. That was the best part, honestly. I had a great time. They had a lot of good books. They had TVs and everything. It's just they had cameras up in there and shit. I was like, this feel like jail. Why y'all watching me on fucking? What is this? I want to go back to dorm 6. I'm gonna go back to dorm 6 because they loved me over there. The other dorm, on the dorm, they loved me too. They'd give me all their little snacks and stuff from commissary, which I never thought I would get tired of eating chocolate, or just anything sweet. That shit. That's all they would ever give me is that's the fuck they ordered. But in dorm 6, they would give me all their little goddamn commissary stuff just for my little jail food. It was lovely. So I never was like feeling hungry in a bad way. I was always satisfied for the most part, honestly, and I could sleep and read books, And they liked me. It was great. It's intriguing where you can build friendships at, or just a comfort and feeling where people support you. That's the intriguing part. This is jail, yo. I'm talking about in a very just like, oh my God, my community was looking out for me. We exchanged very well. We got the trade concept down packed. I needed deodorant. They ordered it from commissary for me. They got lotion and stuff for me. I ain't lacking. Because I didn't have no goddamn commissary. I didn't have nobody filling that up for me on the outside. But, dorm 6, on a dorm. Walked into her, gave her a note. She wanted writing back, and she told me what she prayed about. I can't remember the whole thing, but pretty much for things to be removed that was like not serving her, something like that. It's purpose, something like that. That night, people wound up leaving out of that goddamn room. It was intriguing. Honestly. It was hell of intriguing to me. She was a Muslim on top of that. And she'd been through some really intriguing things. Like she wasn't that's the intriguing part, because they always think believers are supposed to be just so, you're perfect, even though your perfectness is like that perfect angel who fell, like a Lucifer. Like most fucking believers, their perfect level is like a Lucifer behavior. Like you were supposed to be the perfect fucking angel, but you do intriguing things. Like for me, I'm a believer, but I'm spiritual. They're like, why are you using all that profanity? They'd be saying I'm the bad one. You a Lucifer, even though I'm perfect. I'm perfect. It's just some people have certain standards for people of what they put in high standards. That's the intriguing part. And keyword that they put in certain high positions. It's like a parent. Eventually, when you get older, you start realizing your parent ain't so perfect as you thought. Your parent ain't got it all figured out. All of a sudden they become like that Lucifer aspect. You just ain't so perfect as I thought. That's just an example, honestly. It's just, as I was saying, she's a Muslim, but the things that she did to get in jail, you'll be like, oh my God, you are what? But it's like we go through life. You best to believe believers do not have an easy path. You best to believe we go through very harsh, difficult lessons. So when you be hearing that maybe they were in jail or they had to do this to survive, it should make sense to you. It should not be that judgmental aspect that I was talking about, that you shouldn't be judgmental. You should understand that it's like a testimony that they're giving of what you already know, that it's not easy. But I finished explaining that already. You ever know she wanted to tell me she prayed about. Then I want to tell her, like, I began to pray too. That's the intriguing freaking part. And back to what I talked about before. Who did I start off praying to? That was the intriguing part, honestly. And that's why I felt it and began to pray too. That's the intriguing part, honestly. And law of actions get my attention. That's funny. That's exactly what it was. It's in sync with each other. Birds in sync with each other. In the sky doing a routine concept. You see them all flock together and they go that way together, they go that way together. It's in harmony. We talked about some other things too. It's just we realized we're both spiritual. It was meant for us to talk. That's what it boiled down to. And then I actually wound up realizing she had a husband and he was on the eternal side. And once she said that, it clicked in my head like, oh my God, I see your husband in you. I see him in you, But she wound up being with somebody else now. It's just, that's the intriguing part of energy too, because she's like a widow. He's with her. I am like living proof. I seen his eyes. It's just moving on. With that person being with you, there's no way that you don't think about them, or even though you're with somebody new. But I'm pretty sure, obviously, her new person know about it, honestly, because you were married, so you have to tell your new person you were married, and things like that. I'm honestly sure, but I tried to reach out, but I couldn't freaking find her once I got out, and I just had other things to focus on. But if it's meant to be, we run into each other again, or just to enjoy that moment, honestly, of awareness that was so beautiful. That's why my last couple of visits to jail, I could never complain about. I felt like I was too awoke to be in jail, honestly. But even that aspect, that perspective of jail is an aspect that has to be changed. Jail is not punishment. Jail is not punishment. For some, it can be, if you always got to be on the scene and things like that. It's discipline. I would say it's discipline, not punishment. It's discipline, honestly, because it's a saying, the Lord gives you what you need, not what you want. You're learning that concept in jail for sure, because you're not totally lacking, but you're not getting what you want, metaphorically, But the messages we got going on. I ain't pulling no cards yet, and I'm already almost in an hour. Jesus. I'm using the Divine Energy Oracle right now. There's the messages, Spirit. Ma'am, you just translated. I gave you a freestyle. Just project. Which means guidance is with me. I'm just projecting, Well, is there any other messages, Yeah. That's the intriguing part. Very intriguing part. Healing of the mind and heart. It's a lot that came out. This is a lot. Keep your commandments. Be of service. I did my part. And it got a heart on it too. Healing of the mind and heart. And this is heart. Got a heart in the middle of it. I heard something the other day. Or was it yesterday? Probably yesterday. And it was speaking, it was a Three of Swords. It was explaining what the Three of Swords is. But it was speaking of the heart and how the heart, I can't remember exactly what it said. It's like I took it in, I understand it, it's just projecting it. It's just like thinking of a way to explain this or actually remember is to project what it was saying. But this feels like it. This feels just like that energy. It's a Three of Swords in this aspect of protecting your heart, because the heart is what can cause you the most pain. It's like as much as we evolve and things like that, the heart can slow you down. It causes you pain. And it's simple examples as I gave as into you open up to somebody, they let you down. What you got to do, heal your heart. I would say your mind, but I don't think it's even your mind, it's your heart. Honestly. Because I'm pretty sure that your mind already had told you like this is a negative, but it's the heart. And then express your joy. I'm so excited that I just can't hide it. And that was me yesterday. I was singing. I sing sometime. I ain't got the most pleasantest like singing pitches of voice if you ask me. Like I ain't no goddamn like Beyonce or Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston or Jennifer Hudson. But they got bomb singing voices like the fireworks. going on type of voices. Like my soul is just levitating type of singing voices. Me, it was just, it is what it is. I'm feeling great. But I sung yesterday. It felt so good. I felt like I honestly was in church. Honestly, that's what I felt like. Even though I was in the tub soaking, I felt like I was in church. And I was having praise and worship time. And it was lovely because that's my favorite part. I love praise and worship time, and I love hearing the message, like the word. Those are my favorite parts. But when I can't get praise and worship, like some churches, I realize praise and worship ain't on the menu. You do that in your own time, apparently, which is just intriguing to me. But I ain't about to go there right now, for the most part. Um, those aspects, they just give you the word. You're there for the word. They might do like little hymns and things like that, like sing, but you don't do too much clapping. You don't get to moving your body. It's very, I don't know what that is. I don't know what that aspect is. I appreciate it. I like the message. Those ones are my Catholic ones. No shade, but I already talked about it. As to I needed more. I needed more. So I went over to a Baptist church. It was a New Salem Baptist church. It's over on Cleveland Ave. This is as an adult, choosing where I want to be at. That's what I'm getting at. The other one was a Lutheran Zion church. Um, but the other aspect, the Baptist aspect, they clap and they be so happy, you know, or they be crying because they sad, But however it go, they expressing what the hell they're feeling. I was loving it. And then they do the word and they be so great. It's just for me. Sometimes I feel a certain type of way. Sometimes I be ready. I rush out the building quickly normally, which that's something Spirit brought to my attention as to linger around a little bit, ma'am. But for me, it's like, it's over. We're done. Let's go wrap it up. But some people, they do. They sit there and talk amongst each other. But it's like, I don't know nobody. Exactly. Mingle, ma'am. But for me, it just, I wish I came to church with somebody and they knew everybody and they introduced me to people. But it's like, you're an adult, ma'am. Obviously, sometimes in certain things you gotta do by yourself. You gotta put yourself out there. And it's like, I'm still working on that type of aspect because my brain just be like, class over, let's go. I see you guys next Sunday or the next event or something like that. But it's like, you need to get to know these people. It's important. I can help a lot in that aspect, and they can probably help me a lot. It's just you rushing the fuck out the building, ma'am. It's my natural behavior, honestly. But something I gotta work on. Accept what is dying. Even that type of aspect. Accept disappointments gracefully. Another aspect that I talked about. A wake up call. About to get a wake up call. Seek hidden treasure. Be true to yourself. Become a clear channel. That's what I've been doing. Address your addictions. How intriguing. Address your addictions go with keep your commandments and seek hidden treasure. How intriguing. Wake up call. Accept disappointments gracefully and be true to yourself. Goes together. And then accept what is dying. Become a clear channel. That's definitely. I feel like I just had a deja vu moment because that's just literally what I was talking about. Even from I am talking about myself metaphorically. In the church concept, you want to meet people. You want people that resonate with you, who believe in the same thing as you. But when you get around them, you rush out, And, they do say we're dismissed and things like that. But even, I don't know, I got to figure out a way to do it because it's like something I'm not used to. Even when I was younger, it was pretty much the same way. Church over, everybody escorted their little selves out. It wasn't like I don't know how to do it. So that's just like, that's a whole new step for me, honestly. It's very vulnerable. It's intriguing. It makes me feel like a child, you know. And they'd be like, they tell children, don't be talking to strangers. And it's like, I feel like they got drilled in me. And even though it's like, I know they're not strangers, it's just how I feel, honestly. Maybe want to start shaking and start sweating. Like, it's not scary to people or nothing. It's just like it feels creepy a little bit because I know class and church is over. Why are you still lingering? Because I want to meet some people. I want to say maybe simple things like that. I'm so glad you came out today. I'm so happy I came out. Did the message resonate with you? It resonated with my soul. Aspects like that. Simple conversations with people. It's just I'm working on myself. It's just it's hard sometimes. 'Cause when they say sometimes people are programmed certain ways, I am programmed a certain way to just we're done. Okay, child. See you next time. Even though I really do want to conversate just the way I said, the message resonated with you, the message resonated with me. I'm so happy I traveled this far to get here because it was lovely, Then whatever their feedback is, it's probably beneficial for me, or I got to answer back for them, It's just, I know I ain't show up for no fucking reason, and I know you ain't show up for no reason, It's just, I'm going to pull any more cards. Let's go to worry less with that, and then I'll wrap it up. But that was the message. I hope you got it because I started putting the cards away already. Like, I said what I said, moving on. God's arms. Isaiah 33.2. Intriguing. Be of the arm of your servants. Be of the arm of your servants. Their strength in defense. Every morning, our salvation in the time of trouble. Did I read that again? It's like it makes sense. How sometimes certain things just go over your head, or it's like you understand later. I feel like that aspect because I gotta read it again. Be the arm of your servants. Be the arm of your servants. What does that mean? Is that like the aspect that I just talked about when it came to church? Talk. I am so happy I came. Like, I'm so happy. This is one arm and this is the other arm. You happy too? Did the message not resonate with you? You ever sometime go to church and you feel like they're talking directly to you? Or you feel like, I don't know, the message didn't resonate with me? I'm glad I came though today, but sometimes the message don't resonate. It's just, maybe you are meant to serve in a different aspect, or even just saying that authentic behavior is just saying like, I didn't resonate with the message. Everything ain't for you. Maybe you just need to know everything ain't for you, but one of those type of energies for sure. Be the arm of your servants, their strength and defense. Every morning, our salvation in the time of trouble. Their strength and defense. Every morning, our salvation in the time of trouble. That's definitely that. It's definitely that type of the energy. Even how I said, you come to church, you might be going through. I'm just simple example. This last thing I talked about, and it feels like the type of energy. Take it whatever angle you need to. It's just, or maybe it is directly about this. I don't know. Just what it feels like to me. So like, I want to hear about church, things like that. I don't know what to tell you. Anywho, I don't know what to tell you, other than maybe you just, I don't know. I'm gonna get back to that because I feel like I'm getting distracted. Honestly, that's what I feel like I'm doing. It's intriguing when you deal with like unbelievers, but they want to be part of you, but they don't believe. That's an intriguing aspect of the energy. Somebody wants you, but they don't want your belief, even though they want you and they know that you are a belief, if that makes sense. I feel like one of those type of energy, it's a distraction right now. That's the intriguing part. But this energy, I kind of forgot what I was saying. Blood, that's just what I mean. But it's pretty much going through something and you go to a comforting, I use this as a better example. You go to a comforting area, but it's not what you expect it to be. You're happy to be there, but it's not what you expect it to be. And it's okay. Just say that. That's not a bad aspect. That even go with the energy of that I just talked about a little bit ago, as into giving you what you need, not what you want. That's what's happening. But some people, they don't understand that concept. And that's the reason why you're getting what you need, not what you want. Because I'm pretty sure what you want later on, you won't want it no more. You will get what you need. You know, I feel proud of myself. That's the overall aspect. Yay. But that's that. Arms of God, and it goes in the aspect of Isaiah 33:2. And that's so funny because even with this aspect 33, it's double communication, which goes right back to what came out before us too. There's double communication. Who was that in? Was that the 12 Universal Laws? Yeah, it was. It was double communication in the thorough chakra, which is communication, and it was in the red base, which means it's family structure. There's some type of communication that's not happening that needs to happen. But the aspect that I'm getting at is the double communication is important. And then it's the two, which is the here and after energy. And it is the eighth, which I already projected. This energy has to reach out to somebody. It is very needed. Even if it's in support, it's a filling in the blank for somebody or a clarity aspect that's needed. So that's been the energy, you guys, and gems, and just great ones. And just great ones. Till next time, be good.